What's up, man?
Sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I could pick up like 5 years ago.
I'm going to end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end it.
I feel it. I feel it.
I'm going to end it right now.
He's going to end it. I love it.
Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA. It's the
The action tonight out in New York as the Knicks play against the Chicago Bulls. Losing streak, hoping to break out with a win tonight. We'll see if they can shake off the cobwebs. Losing streak, hoping to break out. Che, a guy known for not playing in a game once, sat out in protest at Bay City University. A guy known for not playing in a game.
Che, that was a tough decision. I mean, here's this guy standing up for his teammates. At the end of the day, though, the rest of the team is what matters. These things will take you to another level as a teammate, and people will follow you. Way to go, Che.
Yeah, Che felt this was right at the time. Some things are bigger than the game, fellas. This might not have been one of them, but shout out to Che for standing by his convictions.
And with the game just about ready to begin, time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
The Knicks ready to enjoy that one-of-a-kind New York home court advantage. Coming into the building earlier tonight, and the game arrival, sponsored by Express. Express like a pro. And a view of the skyscrapers of Midtown Manhattan from high above the East River here in New York City. Welcome everyone. And a chance now to take a look at the schedule for the Chicago Bulls. On Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Friday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons. And we've got time for a talk about this, David. Some new crowds to take a look at. Thank you. Now let's take a look at the Bulls opening lineup. Satoransky runs the point with Levine at the two. Harkin and Carter are up front. And it's Valentine with the small forward position. For the Knicks, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Alfred. Almost the entire new group. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Portis comes in for Randall. Dodson's checked in for Harkless. And it's Ntilikina in for Payton.
So easy to respect Taj Gibson and the way he goes about his business. A strong leader on and off the floor.
Pass to Valentine.
Easy to respect Taj Gibson.
Here's Gafford. Right up top to the inside. And too much time away. They get called to the inside violation.
All right, a chance to look at the numbers from Ntilikina. Some last season stats for him was around 5 points per game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And a quality player. I love what he brings to the table at that backup point guard position.
I think coaches appreciate a guy that comes in and knows how to run the offense with some intelligence. That's exactly what he does.
.153 left to play in the first. Valentine passes to Rogers. Now Markkanen. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Portis, and there's the bucket for Markkinen. Markkinen's got 5 points so far.
And you want to get a hand up on those mid-range shots from Markkinen. Very consistent from that area.
Here's Ntilikina. First shot, first basket. He's off the blocks fast.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help offensively?
Are you asking me, GA? I'm not sure.
To the paint, and stolen by Portis. The next hit shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. Free throw good for Portis. The former Razorback, Bobby Portis, took a few years to find his spot in the NBA. Now he does produce.
And to bring in off the bench. Good size and his combination will always give you scoring with that second unit.
Reggie Bullock, he's checked in for Barrett. The Bulls also changing it up. Young comes in from Howard Markkinen. And it's Otto Porter Jr. in for Valentine. And another turnover here by Chicago. This their first look at this year's New York squad.
Yeah, and they lost the season series to this squad last time around. Maybe a little extra motivation tonight to show they've improved.
So it's Ntilikina who brings up the ball for the New York Knicks. Portis, the pass to Gibson. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Gibson fighting through the contact and not taking no for an answer. Love that concentration.
Outside Porter. Down low. Jay kicks to White. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. New York's gone 1 of 5 from downtown the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Over to the lane. Here's Dotson. And the Knicks getting another bucket right there.
He's a pass-first point guard. Ntilikina with a nice play there.
Bulls trail by 4. White looking around. To the middle. Shot to stop the run. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. Shot to stop the run. And there's the whistle. 3-second. Here it comes in for Reggie Bullock. Inside. The shot's good from Ntilikina. Ntilikina's got his second basket of the night.
And you see the passing instincts Barrett has. Great at recognition out on the floor.
Taking a look at the Bulls. Levine and Valentine are the wingmen. That's Jay. Then it's Lowry Markkinen. And it's Gafford.
What did he even do out?
They took the win in the last game against Washington.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
That last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor, just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
Jay fires away from outside. Chicago now working with the new shot clock. Second chance effort, and Markkinen lays it up and in. Markkinen's got 9 points.
Disappointing as a player to have such a great game and still be trailing. Not over yet, though.
Randall passes to Ntilikina. Takes the assist and lays it in. Pick out the pass nicely.
This is the last 10 kicks coming off assists.
Bulls trail by 17. Pass to Gafford. Back to Jay. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. And the officials call for a 3-second violation to Jay.
And to make that mistake at this time is tough to come back from.
Well, not making things easier on themselves right now, that's for sure.
Ntilikina passes to Dotson.
Easier on themselves.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Ntilikina wanting to be assertive and the coaching staff encouraging that kind of play.
The Bulls shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Here's Rogers. And it's off the back rim. No good. Here's Ntilikina. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Boston. Angle right side with 4 seconds on the clock. Here's Gibson. That one released in time, but no good. And so is New York taking a 19-point lead into the break. Their defense has been terrific in this game. A chance now to send it over to David Owen. Thank you, David, and we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just time to start the third quarter. See you in just. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things. Group in for the Knicks. Taj Gibson's checked in for Robinson. Watson's checked in for Harkless, and it's Ntilikina in for Payton. With social media, extended TV coverage, lots of distractions for these players, Brent, but some do a terrific job of working all that out and keeping the book.
I think the roles and responsibilities of teams is truly what they're talking about there. You have to have people within your organization that help these players understand where it is that they have to focus most, and that is your job on the floor.
Randall's checked in for Gibson. Harkless comes in for Damian Dotson, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Ntilikina. They are enjoying a commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when we get ready for that home stretch.
So for Chicago right now, Larkin and Carter are up front. Rogers is out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Murray in at the small forward. And here we go. That's where he gets his guy. And Harkless slams it in.
Well, you risk getting torched when somebody's open. Payton's skilled enough to find the open man.
We play just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. From deep, Shea is rebounded by Payton. Payton's got 12 rebounds tonight.
They have been more dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
And 5 straight triple-doubles last season for Elfrid Payton, showing his own
his size and athleticism at the point guard position, that he has that kind of versatility. That's some lofty company. I mean, 5 straight triple-doubles with an amazing run by EP.
Looking at who's out there now for the Knicks. Knox is checked in for Portis. Richie Bullock comes in for Julius Randle. And Ellington is subbed in for Perry. To the middle. Off the run, Rogers. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And there's the call. New York with the foul. And Shea, the rookie for this team, you know, Greg, he's a little bit of a rarity in the league. He's stayed all 4 years in college.
And I know many people were shocked to see Shea stay all 4 years as his stock dropped and dropped every year. A lot of questions were asked about why he chose to stay, but he's trying to put that all behind him and make the most of the fact that he's here now.
And here's Don. He'll bring it up for the Bulls. They can look forward to the Cavaliers after this game in a matchup against Cleveland. That'll be the second of this 2-game road trip.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of them. How many times have we seen a possession pick that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
To the inside, here's Rogers, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
really wild to think that there were doubts on Che's commitment to the game. He's proving himself and proving that he can hoop.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down. Yeah, I like that they...
Chicago's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Markkanen. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. For New York, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor. Some nice passing by New York here. And it's Bullock in the corner. And the next hit again from T.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
And Dunn has been fantastic. Moving the ball around, finding teammates with ease.
Well, so many people were worried about Chris Dunn's offense after his rookie year, but you know what, Greg? He's turned it around.
And gone from struggling to hit 40% of his shots to shooting better from the floor. Still a strong defender, and he's making people forget that his offense was ever a question mark.
Here's the pass to Ellington.
Making people forget that his offense was ever.
Back to Smith. A lot of this extends from the 60s and 70s, but if we could go back and look at those actual numbers, players you think would really be catching our eye in terms of, I know that guy was that good. He's better than I thought.
Well, don't we always look at the incredible, mind-boggling numbers of Will Chamberlain and think, what was that guy doing? Yeah. And we don't even have half of it.
No.
So Will Chamberlain comes to mind first. What I think about Kevin when that question comes up is how many great players through the 70s and also really through the 80s, because the three-point line wasn't accentuated enough, missed the opportunity to be even greater scorers. I mean, Jerry West with the three-point line.
You imagine that?
You gotta be kidding me. So there's a lot of gap of those players too, but also because of changes in rules and because the three-point line wasn't in there, we would be talking about in terms of nostalgia and their accomplishments with a much different voice.
Even some of his reason is Jordan. The rules the way they are now.
Absolutely. Yeah, with the openness of the floor,
Yes.
what Michael could do, as if he wanted to prove he could do more.
Exactly.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for New York.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. You kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And they'll take the win tonight, setting the tone in the first matchup of this 4-game season series.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for R.J. Barrett.
Well, those points he had tonight, all critical, all from energy and activity. He just never seemed to stop.
Smith with it. See no problem for New York as they get the win. They win this game all the way with a better basketball team by Cleveland.
This sort of dominance, particularly here at home, I think it's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Perry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge. This is Kevin.
Well, this is Saturday morning on the 98.9 The Flex, the official home of your Chicago Bulls. Chicago Bulls.